Sometimes after you shoot a video clip, you might wish that you would have zoomed in a little more. Like, I wish I didn't see this telephone pole up here in the corner and all these wires. To fix it, I'm going to click on this button right here. This is called the Transform tool. A little border called a wireframe appears around your video with these blue dots in the corner and the sides. Grab one of those blue dots and drag, and you can enlarge or shrink your shot. Be careful though, the blue dots that are on the sides, if you grab those, it ends up warping your image and making it look really weird. You can reset back to normal easily by clicking on the Reset button up here in the corner of the viewer window. The same is true for these dots on the top and the bottom of the frame. Those will warp your image as well, something you should never do. One issue you might have while resizing your clips this way is after you enlarge a shot, you don't see the handles anymore. They get off the edges of the screen and you can't go back and make it smaller now. The way to fix this is press Command 4 to open this window called the Inspector window. And all of the transform tools are located up here as well. Adjust the scale slider to make your video larger or smaller. If you need to reposition your video, it's easier to just point to it in the viewer window and drag it to where you want it. What if I want my video to change size while it's playing? The first step is to click up here in the corner of the viewer window and then click on this little diamond to add what's called a keyframe. These yellow diamonds that appear in the inspector window show you that a keyframe has been added. Now if I just press play and let my video play for a few seconds, I can go back to the inspector window and adjust the scale to enlarge it. Notice that keyframes are added automatically this time. Now if I play my video, it starts smaller and then gradually gets bigger to where my other keyframe was. I can also do the opposite. I can start with my video zoomed in, add a keyframe, let the video play for a few seconds, and then readjust the size. And now when I press play, the video will slowly zoom out. These controls will let you move your video clips in all kinds of ways. You can make a shot pan from side to side, for example, by putting one keyframe at the beginning, another at the end, and then just repositioning the shot. When you press play, voila, a panning shot. You can even do wackier things. I'm going to go to the beginning of the clip, add a keyframe, and now in the inspector window, I'm going to crank the scale slider way up. If 400% is not enough, I can point right to the number and drag up to go even bigger. And then I'm going to take the rotation control and spin it a bunch of times. Now I'll play the clip for a few seconds and then reset all these to normal. I can just type in the numbers here, 0 for no rotation and 100 for 100% scale or normal. And now when I play this clip, it spins like crazy and zooms out at the same time. When working with keyframes, you'll often end up with boo-boos like this, where it moves in a way you didn't mean to. To find the problem spot and get rid of it, click on these little arrows next to the keyframe button. That will move the playhead to the next keyframe, and then when you find the bad one, like right here, you can click on the keyframe button again to delete that keyframe. You can do the same thing in the inspector window. Here's a clip where it suddenly zooms in for no reason. If I click on these little arrow buttons, I can find the frame where it's zoomed in and then click right here on the keyframe button to delete it. And now my video will play like it's supposed to. Yay. You can do a lot of cool things with the Transform tool. Have fun.